Really appreciate it. Okay, it is being live streamed, and let me just go live here. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to City Dogs and City Kitties monthly virtual cat adoption event. This event is being live streamed on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you have any questions about any of the adoptable cats that you see today, please feel free to drop them in the chat and we will try to get them answered in real time. Today, I'm joined by 9 fosters who are ready to showcase 11 wonderful adoptable cats. So a lot to choose from. Supporting our efforts, supporting our efforts today are volunteers Maggie and Kelly. So thank you so much for joining us. For anyone new here, my name is Prabha, and I'm CDCK's virtual cat adoption event lead. CDCK is a DC-based rescue founded in 2011. We don't really have a physical shelter, so all of our adoptable dogs and cats live in foster homes. Thanks to this incredible network of fosters, we've managed to save over 13,000 pets so far. So thank you so much for the work that you all do. If you want to follow along after the live stream, you can find us on Instagram at CDCK Rescue, on YouTube at City Dogs Rescue City Kitties, and on Facebook at City Dogs and City Kitties Rescue. Our website is citydogsrescuedc.org, and that's the best place for you to donate or sponsor an animal's care, foster, or provide any other volunteering opportunities such as giving hands-on help, social media and marketing, and more. And this is also where you can go if you want to adopt a dog or cat. All right, with that, let's get into the event. And as a reminder to everyone who's joining and listening today, please drop your questions in the chat at any time and we will try to get them answered live. So our first presenter today is Alexa with Sylvia. We're starting the event with Sylvia, who is a cuddly, chatty sweetheart who seems to have a real talent for making herself the center of your world. I'm going to spotlight her and I hope everyone can see her and how cute she looks. She's got an adorable little soul patch, which we will hopefully see soon. Alexa, why don't you start by telling us, why don't you start by telling us what people usually fall in love with first when they meet Sylvia? What is her best trait?
So, Sylvia's best trait is just being the best friend that anybody could ever want. She is so lovable, as you can see. She's very calm. She just loves to be right by your side. That's her best trait.
We love that. We love a calm kitty. Do you have any stories to share about how she shows affection on a day-to-day basis?
Well, she's kind of just a Velcro cat. She follows me around everywhere. As you can see, I'm just up in the bedroom and she of course followed me right up here and she knows that we're hanging out here, so she's happy to just hang out with me right here. And if I went down to like the kitchen, she'll hang out with me there. She likes to follow you pretty much anywhere you go. She is, like I said, just kind of like a Velcro baby. Doesn't really like to be alone. She's like the opposite of like a independent kitty. She really likes her human.
That is so sweet, and I think we just got a little glimpse of maybe her playful side. So, she seems playful but easygoing as
Mhm.
well. Do you think you could tell us a little more of what kind of play that she enjoys the most?
She definitely likes chasing things. So like if I do go downstairs, she loves to run down the stairs and chase me. But she's super gentle. She really loves these string toys. These are her favorite things, and she also loves a good laser to just kind of chase around. Those are like she's a runner. She's a track star. That's her favorite way to play. Is if you can like kind of like have her chase something.
I love that. And how many minutes of play does she usually need to get, her track and field energy out of her system.
She usually has like a couple hours a day of like an hour maybe of zoomies where she's just kind of like, she gets that like look in her eye where she's like, let's go play. And then she's cool with just like relaxing the rest of the day. She really loves a good window. So she'll just like kind of curl up right in front of the window and relax for the rest of the day.
Love that. Okay. What what kind of home seems the best fit for Sylvia? And do you think she would enjoy having a cat buddy, or would she rather be the center of attention?
So I think Sylvia is such a special cat because she really just goes with the flow. We do have a resident cat here, and we also have a resident dog, and she has warmed up to them really well. She was a little hesitant at first, a little like, oh, like, is this like, am I gonna be okay? And she's done really well with being brave and saying hi to them, and kind of like integrating herself. So I do think that if you have resident animals, she would do perfect with that. And she has done well with kids around the house. She's very gentle, as you can see. She kind of like doesn't really use her claws very much. In general, she doesn't really scratch anything. She does like to explore. So she would do great. If you have like a big house, she would doesn't feel overwhelmed with it, but she's also okay with just being in like her own room and kind of like just having her own space.
We like that, just kind of like an adventurous kitty who also has, a sense of personal space and likes to just hang around you. Um,
Yeah.
okay, when Sylvia is at her best, which I'm not sure what time of day that is, and you can maybe tell us more, what does she like to live with then?
So she actually is kind of a morning person. She likes to wake up in the morning. She'll do like a greeting in the morning. Like she'll come over to you and she'll wake you up and she'll be like, "All right, it's time. Like where's the wet food?" Like she knows when it's breakfast time. And she kind of likes to just follow me around when I'm getting ready for work. So she's kind of like more active then. And then for the rest of the day, when I get home, she's usually pretty chill. And then like for the exception, like sometimes she does get a little zoomies in the evening, where she kind of just runs around and she'll chase things. She'll chase her own shadow. She'll try to chase like the my resident dog or cat. Um, but yeah, so I would say she's definitely like a morning person, which is funny because I'm not.
So
She
I'm
makes my mornings better.
That's so lovely to hear, get having a little furry creature to help make your mornings better. That's always, it gives us a reason to get over the Monday blues.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, well, I feel like we've got a good sense of Sylvia, and I want to try to ask our volunteer Maggie if there are any questions for Sylvia in any of the chats on our live stream.
No, not yet. As of now, there's no questions, but I love Sylvia's little soul patch.
I know she
It
is
is so cute.
cute. Honestly, like give her a guitar or something. I feel like she would definitely put on a good show. Um,
Absolutely. Sometimes I like to nickname her Solvia with her
oh
little
my
soul
God,
patch.
that is so cute. We should actually make that an official name. Love that. Well, thank you so much, Alexa and Sylvia, for joining us
Um,
today. We really appreciate your time. To anyone listening and watching, if Sylvia sounds like your kind of companion, be sure to check out her profile at cdck.cc /SYLVIA. Once again, that's cdck.cc /SYLVIA. Thank you so much for joining us. And now we're going to move on to Jonas, who also goes by the name Ace. Jonas is a gentle giant with the kind of easygoing and sweet personality that makes people fall for him fast and hard. I'm gonna spotlight him so everyone can see him. Eileen is fostering Jonas and is gonna tell us a little more about him. Eileen, why don't you start by telling us Jonas's best trait and what makes him stand out as a companion?
Well, he's just chill. This man is totally chill. Also huge. You see, he's got tufted feet and tufted ears. He's adorable, big face. Um, yeah, he's. I mean, like I said, a gentle giant. My 6-year-old granddaughter picked him right up, and I can't say he was pleased, but he just hung out till he could squirm his way to get down. Um, he is not a Velcro cat. He is very independent, and based on maybe answering some questions you may ask next, he basically is on his own during the day and is good company at night.
That's really good to know, and kind of maybe he might be like a nighttime person.
He's yeah, and
In
so
contrast to Sylvia's morning.
exactly. And
Yeah,
so anyone who's like working outside the home doesn't have to worry about leaving him alone during the day, in other words.
because he needs his space and likes his independence.
Look at
That's
this guy.
great.
Yeah, no, he's totally chill, but when you're around, he'll be in the same room as you. And I have not seen him to be much of a lap cat. He's more of a sit next to you cat. Um,
Yeah,
but that, frankly, is fine with me. So I haven't really encouraged. He's got a big lap. I can't fit him on my lap sometimes. Um,
so he
what
needs
else?
his own chair.
Yeah, he
That's
does. Look at him.
what
This,
I think.
this is the
So,
dining room chair here.
yeah, maybe I guess, home with an armchair just for him so that he
Yeah.
can
But
feel
come
cozy.
5 o'clock, it's like he's ready for his cocktails. He's awake. He wants to play. He, of course, wants to eat. Yeah. This is his favorite toy. He loves to chase the wand. And he'll be up for quite a few number of hours, keeping you company in the evening and watching TV with you. He can do this for a good 15 minutes. And once he gets going, I don't want to do it while I'm trying to film him, but he'll run around the room, bounce off. I'm kind of teaching him to bounce off a soft piece of furniture, kind of like parkour.
Yeah, I was just thinking he sounds like he's trying to break into the parkour space. Um,
um,
so you're
oh,
giving oh
sorry, go ahead.
no, Eileen, you're giving me so much good information, and I think I just want to maybe try to structure it a bit. So do you think you could just sort of walk us through daily life in your home with Jonas in it?
Yeah, he does not wake me up. Like I said, he's such a gentleman. He really is. We then, but he does want his breakfast right away. And just morning routines. And like I said, he's mostly quiet during the day. Uh, Anytime I'm eating, he feels he deserves to be fed as well. And if it happens to be seafood, he's quite indignant about it if he's not, getting something comparable. Um, and then the evenings we play, we eat, we play, we watch TV. I brush him daily. I'd call him like a medium hair. By the way, he's usually very active, but this is during the day. He's usually napping now.
I like that he's still making an effort to show off, even though this is his nap time. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jonas. Um, okay, so I mean, like you said, he's definitely a gentle giant, and he likes to just hang around you. Um, do you think you could just tell us a little more about how he shows affection, since he is such an independent boy?
When you come up to him, I don't know since I've been playing how gentle he'd be right now, but when you come up to him and you give him love, he just works into it. He just pushes into it. He just loves it. He'll be purring and then get to the point you have to be careful. He'll like grab you with the, claws and teeth and sit really still while he gets really excited about it. Yeah, I know. You want to go back to playing.
That's so cute. Okay, yeah. I mean, purring, enjoying leaning into pets. That's just honestly what a sweet, loving cat. Um, do you think you could tell us some of Jonas's favorite activities and his funniest quirks?
Well, this is definitely his favorite activity. His quirk is so I have a little, I've not let him free roam in the evening because he likes to climb on every surface and knock one thing down. Nothing bad. In fact, he knocked down an entire stack of business cards, but not the bowl they were in.
So he's smart about what is breakable and what
Yeah.
isn't.
There was one accident, but then again, I did not cat-proof that room. Yeah, no, he likes. He found one of my swimming earplugs out of silicone. He likes silicone to play with, and so he's absconded to that as his own toy. And so now I leave it for him at night sometimes, or during the day for him to find it again and claim again for his own.
Kind of like a treasure hunt. But see, he sounds like an adventurer to me.
Yeah, he does like to explore and he does like to climb.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. So I'm guessing like a home that has cat trees,
I think that would
silicone
be a good
toys.
addition.
Yeah.
He's very good at using the scratching posts and litter box, of course. But yeah, he's done no, like I said, other than that one time of something I did not care enough about to put away, and indeed it got broke. He's been very, very respectful.
We love a respectful man.
And oh wait, he doesn't have whatever you call the thing on the chin, but his nose is very cute. He's got a little black on his nose.
Oh, he's got a little, like a half mustache. That's very
Yeah.
cute. That's adorable. Okay, well, why don't you help us wrap this up by telling us, Eileen, what kind of home would most appreciate Jonas's calm, easygoing personality?
I mean, I see, frankly, I mean, I'm a senior person. Um, I think he would be disappointing for young kids who want to play more. So I would just put him in a home with more people that are happy spending an hour or so in play and then being left alone, to hug and not be bothered. Oh, by the way, he's very quiet. Oh, now he's got it. He's bye-bye. He's very quiet. The only time he's talked to me is when he wants food. Then he comes up and says food. So yeah, I think an adult household would probably be best.
Yeah, potentially maybe people who have a busy job where they need to go out every day.
Absolutely. I mean, he is just a low maintenance companion.
All right. We love a low maintenance companion. Thank you so much, Eileen, and Jonas. So anyone who's listening, oh, actually, before we do, Maggie, are there any questions for Jonas in any of the chats?
None yet.
Okay, good to know. For anyone watching or listening, if Jonas seems like the kind of cat who would make a home feel calmer, cozier, and a whole lot more loved, if you want to learn more about him, you should go to cdck.cc /JONAS. Once again, that's cdck.cc /JONAS. Thank you so much, Eileen and Jonas, for your time. Next, we're going to meet Chili, who is a gentle and beautiful girl who may be a little shy at first, but she has so much promise in the right home. I'm going to spotlight Chili and her foster parent, Elizabeth, over here. Hi, Elizabeth.
Oh, just trying to switch my video. So Miss Chili is being a shy girl right now. she
Oh,
she just heard a loud noise and
oh,
she
poor
decided
baby.
she was gonna go into the closet.
Oh,
Um
well, I think this would be a good time, Elizabeth, to tell us more about Chili's personality.
Yeah, Miss Chili she's a little shy. She's a little scared of people, but she loves other kitties. So I would say Miss Chili is a great fit if you have a cat and your cat is maybe a little bit bored during the day, maybe getting a little lonely, maybe not getting enough exercise. If you bring Chili into your house, your cat is going to have a companion who is going to play with during the day, groom each other, chase each other around, and generally keep each other entertained and occupied during the day. Right, Chili?
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, she's really hidden in the closet, so you probably can't get a great view of her.
oh, no, that's totally fine. I think this is something that's definitely worth showing to a lot of potential adopters that, not every cat is fearless, but shy cats can be just as loving and give you um a meaningful life with them. So,
Yeah.
I want to know more about, if for any adopters meeting a shy cat, what does Chili look like when she actually does start to trust someone? And what progress have you seen? Do you have any stories you could share with us?
Yeah, she's made a lot of progress. When she first came to us, she was kind of glued behind the toilet and eventually started coming out. And she would kind of like hide under our bed during the day and then like run around at night. And then we were like, this isn't working. We need to move her out of our bedroom. And she didn't really like being moved. Once she got settled in our lower level, that worked out much better. And she had more, you know, free space to kind of explore. She was starting to interact with our resident cat, and they pretty much almost immediately got along and started having positive interactions. Um, and we went away for a few days. Um, we were told, these cats are getting along great. Our resident cat is less stressed and less lonely. Our neighbor who was taking care of them was saying, this is just working out so well for both kitties. They're just having a great time together. So, she's still definitely shy with humans and like loud noises can kind of freak her out. Um, but generally she's comfortable kind of being around our house and she might be napping by the window, or she'll come out and kind of stroll around and check things out. And then she and our resident cat will play with each other and kind of chase each other around and stuff, particularly in the morning.
We just saw her beautiful eyes. No, that is, I think it's really nice to see how beautiful it can be once you earn a shy cat's trust. I just see her leaning into your pets and bunting your hand for more. So that's really, really nice to see. And that just kind of like leans into my next question of how does Chili like to connect with people when she does get comfortable? Is it, through things like petting, brushing, or play?
She does like pets, so that's even from the beginning when she was super shy, she liked pets. So that was a good way for us to start to kind of make a positive bond with her. Um, and we recently tried brushing and she liked that too, so that was great. She loves like chasing little balls around, so that's a fun way to play with her. She hasn't shown as much interest in other toys that we've tried with her, but I wouldn't rule those out. But the little balls she does love to chase after and bat around.
Okay, that's good to know the kind of toys that she likes. And I know you gave us a good sense of how she does with other pets and how she thrives around them. Um, do you have any other anecdotes of that show us, how much she enjoys feline companionship?
Um, oh yeah, she and our resident cat Taco just get along really nicely. And it was clear from the beginning that she kind of preferred hanging around with Taco than with humans. And, they will just like cutely go up to each other and give each other little licks and nuzzles. And, sometimes you'll see that one of them wants to play with each other. They'll kind of come up and give each other like a little nip. And, sometimes they'll say, no, I don't feel like playing. I'm just going to like kick you with my foot. But other times they'll engage more and then they'll kind of like wrestle with each other and chase each other around, which is fun to watch.
That's really, really nice. And I'm guessing, if any of our viewers today have a cat like Elizabeth said, if anyone has a cat who they've noticed is maybe feeling a little lonely and needs a friend. It seems like Chili would make a wonderful addition here. Do you think you could help us wrap this up by telling us, Elizabeth, what kind of home an adopter would help Chili feel the safest and the happiest?
Yeah, I think a home that I think ideally has a cat or possibly more than one cats. I know she was previously before she came to DC, she was around multiple cats. Probably a home that doesn't have like a ton of loud humans because she can get a little freaked out by like people shouting or being super loud. So a cat with like I'm sorry, a home that has like one adult or maybe a couple adults who are on the quieter side, I think would probably be the best home for Chili.
Thank you so much for that. Maggie, are there any questions about Chili in any of the chats?
None yet.
Okay, good to know. Well, anyone who's watching and listening, if you have a soft spot for sweet cats who just need a little bit of patience and love, or are looking for a friend for your furry friend, it looks like Chili could be a rewarding match for you. So please don't hesitate to check her profile out at cdck.cc /CHILI. Once again, that's cdck.cc /CHILI. Thank you so much, Elizabeth and Chili, for your time. Our next presentation for this
Bye-bye.
month. Yeah, thank you. Our next presentation for this month is an adorable duo of playful kittens. Chex and Cheerio, the cereal siblings. They bring plenty of fun, curiosity, and kitten energy to your home. I'm gonna spotlight them for anyone watching. And they're being fostered by Brianna. Brianna, if you wouldn't mind trying to put your phone on landscape mode, it could try to fill the screen a bit better.
Oh,
Um,
let me see.
yeah. Um, all right. Well, Brianna, if you could describe Chex and Cheerio in one sentence each, what would you say?
I would say Chex is very adventurous. He's a little bit more independent. He's the kitten of the two to go first into a room and check it out, but he also stops, for cuddle breaks and rubs and to check on you, but he's really all about play. And then Cheerio, she loves to play and wrestle with him just like he does. They love to play tag. Sorry, I know this is more than one sentence. But she's a little bit more affectionate. So she will more frequently come to your lap and ask for pets and snuggles. So she's adventurous but also has that really sweet I want to be on your lap side.
All right, so we got the fearless adventurer and the lap kitty siblings over here. That's really good to know. Do we know if they're a bonded pair?
No, so I actually just learned from one of our volunteer experts that it's more common for kitties when they're over a year old to be bonded. So they can be adopted separately, although I would love for them to go together. We are letting them go separate.
Okay, that is good to know. And I know we're going to come back to that towards the end of our presentation, but let's try to spotlight each cat separately first so that we can learn a little more about them. So, Chex, like you said, he sounds pretty high energy and adventurous and fearless. What does playtime look like with him, and how active should adopters expect him to be?
I would say, is very active. He loves to play and run around. As you guys can see, he's pretty well, he was pretty fixated on this mouse toy right now, and he has been playing all morning. He loves to run. He plays tag with his sister. They kind of, they play really well. So it's not one dominating the other. They chase each other back and forth, but he loves to run and jump and climb anything he can do to be adventurous and play. He loves to get that kitten energy out.
Okay, that's really good to know. And do you think you could tell us Chex's funniest or most distinctive quirks when he is actually exploring or climbing or playing on his own?
Yeah, so sometimes and his sister does this too, but sometimes when they're chasing each other and maybe they're both play hunting each other, they'll accidentally meet in the middle, so one doesn't get to the other one's hiding spot, and they'll arch their back and fluff up their hairs and like hop a little bit sideways. It's really funny.
That sounds hilarious. And if you ever get a video of that, it would be lovely to put that on their profile and see just how
Yes.
silly they can be. Maggie, are there any questions for Chex in the chat?
None yet.
Okay. Well, let's move our spotlight on to Cheerio. And understand, what makes Cheerio especially special. What is the sweetest thing about her to you?
Yeah, she's so sweet. Her and her brother both give kisses. And sometimes they do love bites, so they don't hurt you at all. They'll just sometimes put your finger in their mouths and hold it, which is really funny. But she's a sweet, sweet girl. And they do take breaks playing and resting. So sometimes one of them is playing and the other one is watching, or vice versa. But she loves being on your lap. Both kitties, as soon as you start petting them, they start purring. And she's a little bit more shy than her brother, so sometimes she'll wait for him to go into a new room or a new space first, and then she'll come and join him.
Okay, I think that's like a really nice balance you have there with Chex and Cheerio. Do you think you could tell us a little more? I don't know if you've managed to see Cheerio around other kids, or I mean you've seen her around Chex, but do you know how she does around kids? And what should adopters know about her social side with other kids and pets?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to see her around kids, but I think they would be great. I think they're both very adaptable. The only thing I would tell someone with kids is they are still, sometimes they have their claws out when they're playing, so just be careful that they don't play too rough with a kid. So just a kid that's able to be a little bit savvy during that playtime. But they're really interested in my resident cat and my two dogs. So at first they were really scared of my dogs, and after maybe a day or two, they were already like going through a baby gate, booping noses, their nose with my dog's nose. So they are brave. They want to explore their space and see who's out there. So I think they would be great for most home situations.
Yeah, that sounds especially like a great USP for anyone who has maybe a dog and a dog that does well with cats and wants to, explore having some feline energy in their space. So that's really good to know. Maggie, are there any questions for Cheerio in the chats?
None yet.
Okay, good to know. Just coming back to both of them, and this was something that we were discussing earlier. For viewers who are considering maybe two kittens, how would you describe Chex and Cheerios' dynamic with each other? And what do you love about them as a duo? Because I know you said you would like them to be adopted together, even though they don't necessarily have to be.
Yeah, they are so sweet together. They play wonderfully, even though Cheerio is a couple pounds smaller than her brother. There's never one of the kitties being too rough with the other. It's like very equal play, and they're super sweet with each other. So sometimes one of them will literally hold the other one down and groom them. and they have the best time playing. It's like parkour, they play tag, they hide and hunt each other. They just have a really, really good time. And I love when sometimes they nap in their little hammock here together, and that's really sweet. And one time they even used their litter box at the same time.
That's really funny. That's really cute. Thank you so much for giving us all of this information about them, Brianna, and for your time. So we're just going to close out your presentation, and ask the viewers and listeners, if you've been thinking about adding some kitten energy or kitten joy to your home, we believe that Chex and Cheerio are definitely worth checking out. You can learn more about Chex at cdck.cc /CHEX. And you can learn about Cheerio at cdck.cc /CHEERIO. Once again, for Chex, that's CHEX. And for Cheerio, it's CHEERIO. Thank you so much for your time. Now let's move on and meet Dora Mae, who is a lovely girl with a soft, quieter personality looking for someone willing to let her blossom. I'm going to spotlight her right now for everyone to see. Dora Mae is joined by her foster parent, Stella, who's going to tell us, about her best quality and what makes her especially special once she feels comfortable.
Hi, this is Tristan. Sorry, I'm filling in for Stella because she doesn't feel too well. But Dora is an amazing foster cat. We got her about a week ago, and she's come to us really well. Like, obviously, she loves the treats. She loves pets. And she's pretty quiet. She really only meows when she thinks she needs some more food, which she always wants more food, but. She loves playing a little bit around the house. She loves sitting watching the street from our window. She loves playing with these little springs. She hits them around all the time when she's in the mood. Maybe she's just very hungry right now. She won't sit on your lap, at least right now. She might later. We have only had her for a little bit. Um, and she loves our other cat. They're getting to know each other a little bit. So I'm assuming they'll get more. They'll be friendlier once they have a little bit more time. But she loves her space. She loves a lot of quiet. Um, yeah, she's an amazing cat.
That's really, really nice to know. And especially like good to know that she does well with other cats. Would you describe her as more fearless or maybe slightly more shy?
I would describe her as a little bit more shy. Well, she's incredibly curious. But well, she just run off. She's incredibly curious. I'm gonna chase her a tiny bit, but she is pretty shy because when there's large noises, she goes off. But like if it's a quiet environment in the household, she will be out. She will explore. She loves doing her own thing. Like on the first day we had her, she was rubbing up against us. So yeah.
Okay. So for adopters who are bringing home a shy cat, what are your best tips to help someone like Dora May warm up and feel safe?
Honestly, I'd recommend just doing your normal things around the house. She like if you are giving her too much attention at the start, she might push away from you. But if you're giving her your space and just letting her find a nice quiet space in the house, like she loves to sit under our couch or under our bed because it's quiet and dark. But she comes out a lot. Like obviously she's out in the middle of the day, so that's and once she feels comfortable, she will come out. It's not like she's gonna stay there forever.
That's I think that's super useful to know for anyone who's looking for maybe a more independent but slightly shy cat. I think these are great tips to help her feel able to warm up in this space at her own pace without feeling rushed. Um, okay, so Tristan, do you think you could describe the balance between Dora Mae's independent side and her affectionate side?
I would honestly say it's pretty 50-50. It depends on her mood. Generally at night, she likes to explore a little bit before dinner, and then after dinner, she'll come out and walk around, cuddle up on you. I think after a fair amount of time, she definitely would sit in your lap. But giving her her own space is perfect, and she'll do what she wants. And yeah, I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a loud noise outside and she kind of skittered off. But getting her comfortable in her space will make her very happy. And an amazing cat to have.
That's really good to know. I also love the markings on her face. It
Yeah.
looks like a very interesting kind of mask. She's a calico, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, she
Um,
is. She is.
okay, so what kinds of things does Dora Mae most enjoy about exploring or doing things around the house? What does she like to really do in her time?
She loves to just explore the place. We don't have a huge space, so a bigger space might be really fun for her to go around because if there is a room that really isn't occupied by another cat or another person, she will definitely find it. And she'll love to just like explore what's happening, explore the different smells, the tastes. She's not like the biggest fan of vertical space. We've had some cats that jump on every part of our entire household, and that's really fun and cute to watch. But she will. We have a cat tree that she likes to jump on every now and then, and she jumps. She jumped up on our sink when she was first with us. She doesn't do that anymore, but I think that was a way for her to just explore a little bit of the vertical space around.
Okay, so
And
she likes to be grounded more than up in the
yeah, and as you see, she kind of wandered over there to the sun for a second. So
so she likes to sunbathe as well,
she
I take it.
loves to sit over by the sun. Yeah. Dora, 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 come here.
It's good
Hi.
that she at least shows like she comes to you
Yeah.
when called. That's really nice.
Well,
Um,
it's
oh,
ah,
I love her eyes.
yeah,
They're a beautiful pale green from what I can
yeah,
see.
very bright green.
Yeah. Um, Based on what you've seen so far, what kind of home setup best seems to suit Dora Mae's personality?
I would say an open one. Having things closed off is not really eh, letting her explore at her own pace. We've had cats that really enjoy being like closed off from everything and like being able to come out at their own pace. But almost immediately, like we kept her in the bathroom a little bit at the start, and almost immediately she was meowing, and that was our sign. Oh, let's open her up, and she wanted to see every part of our apartment. So I'd say that's a really good setup.
Okay. I think that that really covers a lot of the important stuff about Dora Mae and her personality. If there's anything we've missed or anything you'd like us to know, please tell us right now, or Tristan,
Yeah,
before we move on. But do you
I
think
think we're
we,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Maggie, are there any questions for Dora Mae in any of the chats?
No.
Okay, good to know. So for the adopter who understands how special it is to earn the trust of a shy cat, I think Dora Mae could be an incredible companion, especially, if you have a lot of open space for her to explore and maybe some other cats to play with. You can learn more about Dora Mae at cdck.cc /DORAMAE. Once again, that's cdck.cc /DORAMAE. Thank you so much for your time, Tristan and Dora Mae. Now we're going to meet Cindy and Naomi, who are two lovely girls with their own unique personalities and so much potential in the right home. I'm going to spotlight them right here. So we have their foster, Bailey, who can tell us a little bit about them. Let's start with this question, Bailey. If you had to describe Cindy and Naomi in one sentence each, what would you say?
Let's say they're incredibly sweet cats that take a little bit of time to warm up.
Okay. Do we know if they're a bonded pair?
They're not. I mean, they love each other a lot, but I think they'd be happy being adopted together. So as you can see, Naomi's out right now. She's definitely the less shy of the two. I think Cindy is still under the couch, so I'm going to get a treat and see if she'll come out. But Naomi is the more white one. She's kind of got this pine tree, Christmas tree on her face, which I think is so cute. I don't know if I can get down there. But I think she's just a really beautiful cat. She definitely explores a bit more. She loves to play. She's a big bird watcher. My resident cat is trying to come steal her treats. So, and then she kind of loves this blanket here on the top of the couch. That's normally where she hangs out while I'm at work. Her sister Cindy normally is under the couch most of the day, and comes out for breakfast in the morning. And then once I get home from work in the afternoons, usually comes out to play. She loves to be petted. So we'll see if we can get her to come out here if I tell her I have a treat. But yeah, they're both very sweet cats. I think they are both moving in the direction of being lap cats. They're like a little shy at first, so we're not quite there yet. But they're sweet with each other. They're great with my resident cat. I think they'd be happy together. I think they'd be happy with another friendly cat and probably could be fine on their own. So just two really great cats.
Okay, that's a lot of good information about both of them, and especially since you said that Cindy's shy, and we can see that because we can't see her. Um,
Gets her
for
to come out. Yeah, let's see if I can get her out.
for adopters who meet Cindy while she's still shy, what helps her warm up, and what progress have you seen in getting her to come out of her shell a little?
Yeah, she's definitely very food motivated. So I'll be surprised if she doesn't come out here with me shaking food around. That would be unusual for her. But they just both needed time. Like I said, they like Cindy is usually either under the couch. I think she might sleep under my bed at night, but as soon as it's time for breakfast, they're kind of staging the hunger strike in the morning, like, Mom, get out of bed and feed us. And then as soon as I come home from work, she's usually in the kitchen hoping to get more food. So normally when I offer food, she comes out. So this is surprising. Cindy, or excuse me, Naomi, which is this white one here that is out. She loves to play. She loves wand toys. Cindy likes more of like the mice, and like toys she picks up with her mouth. She's like less a fan of the wand toys. But definitely Naomi is the more playful one at this point. Again, she's a big, huge bird watcher. That may be where she's headed now, is to go watch some of the birds. I'm gonna try one more thing to try to get Cindy out. So unfortunately, Cindy hasn't met any potential adopters yet. So I don't know, I'll probably be recommending a virtual meeting just because, as you can see, I'm having a little trouble getting her to come out. I'm going to try one more thing here with some wet food and see if she'll come out.
Okay. While you're
And this is
well,
Leia, my home cat, who also, I guess, wants food.
I mean, what cat doesn't want food?
Hey, sorry, I'm just going to put the phone down for you.
Okay, so while we wait to catch a glimpse of Cindy, do you think you could tell us a little more about what Cindy's affectionate side is like? You said that they're moving towards being lap cats. Oh no.
Yeah, Leia, she's not a fan of having the foster cat.
Oh, poor Naomi.
But
I like that she's taking it
I
like
mean,
a champ.
oh yeah, no, they would like to be friends with her. It's not reciprocal. So but yeah, they don't fight with her. They handle it very well. So as you can see, they are both. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes.
Yes. Hi, Cindy.
I'll
Okay,
go get
so
her.
we finally caught a glimpse of the elusive Cindy.
All right. Oh, now she's hiding under the couch.
She was clearly hiding under a different space, which is probably why
Yeah,
she
she
didn't
must
come
have been
out.
under the bed. Here, come on. Come on. You want some food? we'll see if she'll come out this way. So yeah, anyway, she is a pretty big hider, but she's sweet. She loves to be petted when she does come out. And so she's getting there. I just think she'll need Cindy, especially. Oh, here she is. Okay. She came out the other way looking for food. Here we go. Okay, now you can see them both. But she's also a beautiful cat. Very sweet.
Oh, I love her beauty spot.
Yeah, I think that's where the Cindy name came from. So yeah, she's a sweet thing. Okay, Sherry, you already had some. There we go.
Do you think you could tell us more about, Cindy's day-to-day routine and, when exactly, like what really, any stories that you can share about her affectionate side when you've seen?
Yeah, like normally when I come home, she'll kind of follow me around wanting pets, which I think is really sweet. So when I get home from work, she's definitely like, "Hey, can I get some scratches?" She loves being brushed. As you can see, she's a pretty long-haired cat, so she loves being brushed and she loves being petted. So yeah, and she's a little bit more nervous about sitting on your lap, but I think she'll get there.
Okay, so I guess my question here now is what kind of home would set Cindy and Naomi up for success, whether they're adopted separately or alongside another cat?
Yeah, I mean they're both super sweet. So, someone that's going to be a little patient with them, and kind of let them come to your lap on their own time. Neither one of them super love being picked up. So you kind of gotta let them come to you. Naomi, the white one, is the bigger bird watcher, but Cindy, so some good windows for both of them, I think would be great. They do love to play, so usually in the evenings, they kind of start wrestling with each other and playing. So again, a friendly cat, I think either one of them would do well with. I think they'd also love to stay together if anybody's looking for two really sweet, um, happy sibling kitties. So, but yeah, I think just someone with patience and some good windows for bird watching will make them both happy.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you so much. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you would like us to know about Cindy and Naomi?
No, they're
All
they're
right.
trying.
Well, thank you so much. Maggie, are there any questions for either Cindy or Naomi or both of them in the chats?
No, no questions, but it's really endearing to see how they're all battling for wet food.
Yeah.
Look, they love the wet food, so this is an extra serving to bribe them out this afternoon. So
Oh, that's wonderful. They must be like, what's the
they're like,
occasion,
they
Mom?
ever extra thing of wet food.
Yes, we're killing it here. This is great. We get more. Doing such a great job at being a cat. So for our viewers, whether you're drawn to Cindy, and her elusiveness and oh my God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she's a
Her little
beautiful
like
cat.
beauty spot, or if you're drawn to Naomi and her little Christmas tree marking, or her penchant for watching birds, or if you're interested in getting a kitty duo, we hope that you're going to take the next step to learn more about these lovely girls, and you can check their profiles out. Cindy's profile is cdck.cc /CINDY. And Naomi, you can learn more about her at cdck.cc /NAOMI. Once again, for Cindy, it's cdck.cc /CINDY. And for Naomi, it's cdck.cc /NAOMI. Thank you so much for your time, Cindy, Naomi, and Bailey.
You're
With
welcome.
that, we're going to move on to Van Gogh, who is a talkative, affectionate, one-of-a-kind cat with charm and a big personality. Oh, I think we lost Van Gogh. Hmm. Oh, I think he joined again. Um, I see Mary, you've joined us again. And just in time because it is your turn to present. We're going to stop
Awesome.
for
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you for joining us. Mary is Van Gogh's foster parent. And you know, we've seen in pictures that he has such a memorable look. Mary, do you think you could tell us about how his unique features match his personality?
I do. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, he is a cutie patootie. I got him. Let me try and um anyway, I don't know how to do that. Um yeah, are you able to see him?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So he's been really sweet. He's got these cool little fangs, and I don't know if you can see them. But if ever like you won't lose him in the house because he typically hangs out in the kitchen or he guards the kitchen. He loves to eat his food, and he also loves to have his little cauliflower ears scratched that he has. He's probably had like a really fun life because he's about 6, and I saw he just got fixed like in December. So I think he'd like a girlfriend or a boyfriend to hang with. I tried to do like play dates with my neighbor's kitty, and he was so sweet to little Fiddlesticks. Um, and Fiddlesticks didn't want anything to do with him. But but little Van Gogh just kept trying to go to her to like be friendly with her, and he was so sweet looking at her. And yeah, she Fiddlesticks wouldn't have it. But yeah, he's super friendly and he's being kind. Yeah, it's very
I
sweet.
we just got a glimpse of his cute fangs. I love that. And I can totally see where the name Van Gogh comes from.
Yes. And
Absolutely adorable.
he's
Could you,
he's
oh,
adorable, and he had lost patches, I guess, of fur, maybe from stress. Okay. And he's showing off. But they're growing back, and he's just really has come into his own. I've had him for a couple weeks now.
mhm.
And
He's
yeah.
just paused in that pose.
He loves being a boy.
Love it. Love it. Um,
Mhm.
do you think you could tell us, Mary, what daily life is like with Van Gogh? You know, from the way that he greets you to the way that he follows you around the house.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a lovable companion. He's quiet, but he'll talk to you. He has now he'll follow me from room to room. Even when he's like sleeping, he gets up and then he follows me like to the door if I leave, and he will greet me when I come home. And he walks me down to bed at night and makes sure I'm tucked in, and he'll come visit me a couple times. And just recently he started to bring me his little toy. I find it when I wake up in the morning in bed or right next to my bed. So he's very sweet. And I think he likes to hang out upstairs a little bit, but I've seen him checking on me a couple times um, throughout the night.
He sounds like a very lovely housemate to have, and maybe he's trying to court you, which I think is adorable. Um, so I guess, you know, do you think you could tell us a bit about, you know, how he was when you first got him and whether you've seen any sweet or meaningful progress in foster
Oh
care?
yeah, he loves to headbutt. Yeah, he headbutts me. We gonna headbutt? Yeah, you were a good boy. And well, sure. When I first got him, I totally went against what I was told about the room because I had to do something that night. So I invited him. So I did have a room for him, but I kind of put him in there, and he was so good that I thought, okay, he's going to be good. He was just a good boy, so I was out for like 2 or 3 hours, and when I came home, he was just hanging out. He got in the lay of the land. He loves the kitchen, and now I'll give you a treat because you're so sweet. right? I told you you're going on camera, mister. So yeah, he just has been friendly the whole time. Like he doesn't hide or anything. Um, yeah, and so he's the one that he's had a tough. I always think he's had a tough life, but he's so well-meaning. He's the one that has diabetes, and so I have to give him 2 insulin shots a day, but he just takes them like a champ and moves on. So no big deal for him. Yeah.
Okay, and since you've mentioned his diabetes, for adopters who might be a little nervous about his diabetes, what does Van Gogh's daily care routine actually look like? And you said that he takes his insulin shots like a champ. So do you think he's better around people who know how to administer medication to cats, or do you think he would do just as well around someone who's maybe new to this?
Well, I think you certainly have to feel the need to be able to, um, hold somebody because you have to hold him, but he doesn't fight or anything. He's just happy to get his food. So other than that, you just give it and it's done and you move on. Um, and he has wet food, so you don't feed him dry food. And he's such a good boy. Yeah. So it is easy. So I think it should just go with somebody who isn't like squeamish of a little needle. Um, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know, and it's really good to know that he doesn't really, make it difficult, that whole process. So he's pretty chill and very good about getting his medication when he needs it. And I guess, the way to his heart is through treats. Was that a churro that you just gave him?
It was, but he also loves to be brushed too. Like he came to, I think he was nervous when he first got, not that he was nervous, but he must have been stressed, but he loved to be brushed. He was easy to like clip his nails. He wanted to be handsome and look good. And yeah, he's like, I think he was a descendant of Cleopatra's cats or something because he's just so sleek and long and he's just got a beautiful face. And yeah, he's just an awesome dude.
He does, and I'm absolutely in love with him, and low-key kind of sad that I can't be there in DC to adopt him because I feel like he would make such a wonderful companion, with just how loving he is and how handsome he is. Um, what kind of home would especially be lucky to have this guy? Is he talkative, do you think? Does he what kind of things does he like to play?
Um, I'm not a player. I don't play a lot, but he will he will play. And he doesn't need to play. And he doesn't look out the windows that much either. He's very content to just kind of hang out, eat. We brush a couple times a day together and he'll make air biscuits a lot. He doesn't need a lot of attention, but he will certainly be your loyal companion.
Okay, that's really good to know. So, I guess the kind of home that would be the best for him is one where he can just hang out around you. Maybe one with a feline friend who is friendly and open to hanging out. A little girlfriend or boyfriend for him. Um, and just someone to give him a lot of love and attention and time, I think is what I'm getting. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he's good when I'm gone and happy to see me when I'm home. And yeah, and yes, he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy.
He definitely is. Maggie, are there any questions for Van Gogh in any of the chats?
None yet, but I just have to say I'm in such awe of Van Gogh. He's the most beautiful cat that I've ever seen.
I love him. I am so in love with him. He's so cute. I totally agree. Well, thanks, Maggie, and thank you, Mary. Van Gogh clearly has so much love to give to anyone watching, and I love that profile picture that he has with his little fangs poking out. Um, so if you've been watching and you see just how special he is, please reach out on his profile at cdck.cc backslash vangogh. Once again, that's cdck.cc backslash vangogh. Thank you so much for your time, Marianne Van Gogh. Now we're going to move to Piper, who is a fun, playful cat with a big personality and the kind of energy that keeps life entertaining. I'm going to spotlight her here. There she is.
Yeah.
All right. And Piper is being fostered by Angela, who's going to tell us, what makes Piper special and how would you describe the energy that she brings to a home?
Yeah, well, she's clearly in chill mode right now. But yeah, I described her as this bright energy because she has this beautiful chirp. She talks to you, and she follows you around like a shadow. But the thing I love about her the most, I think, is that she really matches your energy. So really, your routine is her routine, and she's just really just happy to be around anybody and getting attention. You want to wake up?
Oh, I'm guessing this is like her nap time during the day.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she matches the energy, right? So I've been in kind of chill mode this afternoon. Um, but when I was up moving around, she was following me around and playing. So maybe I'll try to get some of that brightness,
Oh.
some of that brightness, but maybe a treat. Hey,
I just love how her paws are just like curled up and she just looks so relaxed. I love that.
there we go. You want to play? So she loves playtime. She
What does
loves,
it look like and what toys bring out the very best in her?
oh, she loves all the toys. Here, let's try this. She loves all the toys. Her favorite is Mrs. Mousy there. She will go crazy. No, that's all you get. There's more in there. I promise. Yeah, she has a number of different toys. She loves the balls. She loves this mouse in particular. She has scratching posts that she loves. Um, So really just any and all play she is into, and she really wants to perform for you too. So while she'll play on her own, she would definitely prefer to put on a show for you, and have you interact with her as well. But like I said, when you're done and you want to just sit on the couch, she is right there next to you, um, doing whatever you want to do.
That is really cute to see and I love the little demonstration that you both gave us of her with her toys. Um you mentioned that she can be a little shadow. What are according to you what are Piper's funniest or most endearing quirks?
Um, I think the most endearing again is just how much she wants to be around you. Like she comes and greets you when you come home. Even like when I'm in the shower, she'll want to be in there just checking up on me. Um, and I really love that at bedtime, here's one right here. At bedtime, she's, as soon as you get in and tucked in, she jumps up and she curls up right by your pillow and falls asleep as well. And um, she will eventually rouse me with like a little polite chirp when she's ready for food, but she'll also just sleep as long as I do. And just kind of be happy to be on my schedule. Get there.
I think that's really nice to have in a cat. A cat that goes according to your schedule and not the other way around. Because we
Yeah.
really see that with a lot of cats. They will wake you up when they need food and they will make sure that you play with them when they want to play. So it's just really, I think it's very unique to see a cat who's like, I'll do what you want to do.
She does, and she plays fetch. Do you want to fetch? Do you want to get mousy? You want to get mousy? Go get it. She's still waking up. But yeah, she'll fetch and just bring Mousy back and forth to me. We'll play this game together. She's a really great companion. And again, she has this like really bright energy that just lifts you up, especially when she has that little chirp that she does.
That is very cute. And that brings me to my next question, which is what kind of home would be especially lucky to have this chirpy, talkative, fetch loving companion?
I think she would really be adaptable to a lot of different homes. I haven't had a ton of people interact with her. I've only had her for 2 weeks, but when I did have a friend come over, she was shy for like 5 minutes and then opened up and she really showed off. She was putting on a show, playing even more than normal, and snuggling up. So I think she would do well with people in the house. I do think she would do well with kids as well, as long as the kids aren't, too crazy, rough play. She loves play, but it's never rough. She never, claws me. She always, even when I kind of try to play rough, she just licks me and kind of moves on to something sweeter. So I think having activity in the house she would like. Definitely windows that she can watch cat TV. I open up all my windows with screens, of course, during the day, and she just kind of rotates between all of them.
I think it's always so wonderful to watch a cat watching cat TV. It's always so entertaining. I recently got the opportunity to do that. So I think it's very nice that, she's one of those girls. Okay. I have one last question for her. How does she balance her playful side with her affectionate side in everyday life?
It is like shocking how, again, she just matches your energy. Like she'll be really playful for a while, and she'll play on her own as well. Like she doesn't need me to go on a tear with Mousy, but she'll just go and sleep. She would prefer to be sleeping in a room where you are. Um, she's really, I kind of marked high energy just because she does have a strong playful side, but she's not hyper. And so that's one of the things I really love about her, is that she is like such an amazing snuggler as well as an amazing play companion.
Okay. That is really, really good to know. I think that covers most of the information that we want about Piper, but sorry about
Yeah, Piper.
yeah, about Piper. But do you think that there's anything that we're missing? Anything you'd like us to know before we close up her presentation?
No, I just again, just the bright energy you sense from her right away, you get from her right away, was so impressive to me. I mean, there was no decompression time. I had her again in a smaller room, assuming that she was going to be stressed out, and there was zero stress. She was just anxious to get out and make a new friend and explore her space, and she has shown just zero signs of stress. So it's been really impressive. And I think wherever she ends up, it'll be the same thing.
I think that's really, really lovely to know. And she definitely seems like the cat that would make a home more lively, loving, and fun.
Yes.
And clearly she has a penchant for temptation treats.
This is not an ad.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is great. Like, temptation should just hire her. I think that would make a lovely, cute ad. Okay, Maggie, are there any questions for Piper in the chat?
None yet.
Okay. Thank you so much, Piper and Angela. So to anyone who's watching, if Piper sounds like the right companion to match your energy and your schedule, please check out her profile at cdck.cc cdck.cc/PIPER. Once again, that's cdck.cc/PIPER. Thank you so much for your time. And now I think we're moving on to our last presentation of the month. We have Kanga, who is a playful, affectionate girl with a big spark to her personality. Let me just spotlight her here so we can all see her. Kanga is being fostered by Samantha. Samantha, do you think you could describe Kanga's energy level in the home and what kind of adopter would love that about her?
Yeah, Kanga just woke up from a nap, so she's still coming to a little bit, but she is a high energy girl. She's very excited to say hi. Um, she loves to play. She loves her wand toys, and anyone who wants to play as much as she does and pamper her with lots of pets is perfect for Kanga.
Do you think Kanga is more play motivated or more food motivated?
Kanga's certainly more play motivated. We can stop her grooming just from the toy. She loves to, as soon as I'm up in the morning, she loves to bring me away from the bedroom and into her room, even though she has full run of the apartment, to just play before she receives any food. That is her number one priority, play and pets.
I love that. Do you think you could tell us a little more about what playtime with Kanga looks like and which specific toys really bring out her personality?
Yeah, she loves wand toys. She loves this specific bird toy. We often say she goes in for the kill bite. So she, if we're playing too aggressively, she likes to take that bird away to her little space. She loves a hidden mat toy with a little like tail. We'll set this to autoplay and she just discovers it throughout the day. See, I moved it and now she's intrigued. Um, and she does like springs too to chase around. She'll do those when she has zoomies on her own and we might be asleep. She'll play around with her springs all throughout the apartment.
I think that's really cute. We do love to see the youthful energy that comes with cats that are just really playful. And I think it definitely like makes an apartment really lively. Um, what is the funniest thing that Kanga has done in foster care so far?
Her funniest thing, again with playing, is she will jump with this toy as high as a desk chair, doing flips around. That makes us laugh the most. She also loves to run around. So she's found the longest stretch of one clean track she can run in our home to play with. She also does love to be pet, I think, right now because we're in play mode. She's a little more play oriented. Um, so, any adopter who can kind of sense her moods would be great for her.
I think that's really lovely. Does she, I guess, from what you've told me, it just seems like she's playful and affectionate. Does she also is she also a chatty cat?
She is a very chatty cat. When she wakes up from a nap, she'll meow, good morning. When she hears keys outside the door, she will be right in front of the door meowing. She's going for the top of the string now. If she wants to be pet, she will meow at you for pets. She meows for food. Her meow is not that loud. It's very kind of quiet and respectful, but insistent.
That's really good. She knows how to lobby for what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. Great place to do it because she's in DC. Um, okay, well, since she is affectionate and chatty, what what does Kanga do to request attention from you?
Yeah, she's chatty, so she'll meow. She loves to come right up to you if I'm at my desk working. She will go on top of my desk and right in front of my computer to ask for pets. Um, if it's at nighttime, she comes up to the top of the bed frame because there's enough of a platform for her to stand. And we'll just watch over you until you're awake. And then she can jump down to bed to pet you or to be pet. She loves chin rubs too. That's her absolute favorite.
Oh, she seems like an absolute joy. Okay, I guess, this covers a lot of what we want to know. So I want to maybe try to wrap this up by understanding, what kind of home setup do you think would suit Kanga the best? Especially, since she's so playful. Is it a home with other pets? Is she an only pet household type of pet?
We think she'd do really well as the queen bee in a home. She loves undivided attention. She likes to be in the same room as you. She's a little bit of a Velcro cat in that way. We haven't seen her play with any other adult cats, but we do think she does very, very well on her own with her own space.
Okay, so what kind of home would be the best for Kanga?
Yeah, maybe a home with anyone who wants to play with her, someone who maybe works from home at least a couple days a week. Um, we think she could do well with older kids who can, respect that she loves to be pet, but pet gently. Um, or, a couple who just wants someone to really energize their daily life.
That's really, really nice to know. I think that really like summarizes Kanga's energy and her personality and what she would really bring to a home. And I am guessing we're gonna be able to see a demonstration of her going after this bird now. Oh,
There we go.
love that. Love that. Oh yes, she got it. She did
She
it.
loves a pounce.
I like that. That's very, very cute. Maggie, are there any questions for Kanga in the chat?
No, but she's so beautiful and she has the most gorgeous eyes ever.
Oh,
She
that is
does.
so true. Yes.
Wow, she heard you.
She's like, did somebody say something about my eyes?
She's certainly a princess.
I love that. Princess Kanga. So if anyone is looking for a lovely cat who will keep you smiling and keep your life interesting with a lot of play, I think that Kanga might be the girl for you. Um, you can learn more about her at cdck.cc /KANGA. Once again, that's cdck.cc /KANGA. Thank you so much for your time, Samantha and Kanga. And with that, we bring our virtual cat adoption event for the day to a close. Thank you so much once again to all of the fosters who take care of these lovely cats and prepare them for their forever homes and who come on to these events to help us see just how lovely they are. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined in on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to learn more about our adoptable cats. Once again, if you are interested in getting more involved, or if you're interested in any of the cats that you've seen today, and would like to adopt, or if you would like to get engaged with City Dogs and City Kitties Rescue for volunteering and foster opportunities, you can reach out to us at citydogsrescuedc.org. This is also where you can donate to the rescue and sponsor an animal's care. And you can also help out with other things if you can't really foster. You can volunteer with other activities, such as how Maggie, Kelly, and I are hosting this event. You can also get engaged with social media and marketing. And if you are more of a dog person than a cat person, you can also go here to learn about the lovely adoptable dogs that we have. Thank you so much once again to all of our fosters and to our wonderful volunteers who joined us today. And with that, we bring this event to a close. See you next month, and have a lovely rest of your